Hi, good morning, everybody. Everyone, good morning. A moment, let me share this link around everyone to join us for this session. Hi, good morning, everybody. It's working, it's working. So, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we doing? Yeah, good morning. Um, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Just hold on, I will attend to your question. So, good morning, everybody. So, let me know where you are joining and connecting from. I'd like to know so we can just make progress from there. So, good morning, everyone. I can see everyone joining and connecting. So, let's see the opportunity the market has for us today so we can capitalize on it and make money and profit to the moon. So let's go, everyone. Good morning. How are we doing? Happy new month, everyone. So the months have started, and this is the last quarter of this year. So it's a call for every one of us to sit up and double up or double down on whatever we are doing. I believe it's going to be an amazing end of the year, and for no reason would you say that this year was not a good year. So this last quarter of the year, please apply every pressure that you can in a good way. So to end the year in a grand style. So yeah, Michael, good morning, connecting from Lagos. Good to see you again here. So been engaging here every time. Thank you for always joining, and I believe that you've been getting value joining my live trading session, right? Yes, I know. So before we go to the charts, yes, Mr. Mike, Mr. Kingsley, I can see you. Good morning, sir. So welcome again to another day of showing up in the market. So yeah, trading the forex markets, I must say, and of course, most of us we are aware of it, that is not an easy thing. So they can come a point and it looks as though you'll be asking yourself, am I sure I'm intelligent? Am I sure that this is working? But then if you look back in time, you see that the let's say the model or the strategy. So the strategy and all that you've been using to trade, and maybe at a point where you took almost back-to-back losses, so that is not working again and all. But then the strategy that makes money also loses money too. So it's just for you to know that, man, when it's to the market, yes, nothing is certain. And of course, past result doesn't always guarantee future performance. So past results don't always guarantee future results of losses. So the tide can always turn. So everyone be, yeah, I can see you, Mohammed Mahmood. Sorry. Good morning, everyone. So yeah, we are back at it again. So today again, I'm very hopeful that the market would give us money. So for me, last week was not one for me. Missed opportunity that should me money, and I ended the week in drawdown. And yesterday was Tuesday. I took an SL, and it just kind of made me begin to look at what's going on. But then it is what it is, that in the market sometimes you may just face that you know time of unpleasant market condition to you. So it doesn't mean that that's how it is for everyone or people out there. There are times that it's as if I'm on top of the world. People, I'm just posting back to back, profit to the moon, and some persons may be like, what is happening in my side? So it can happen. So whatever the case is, don't let it get to you. When you are winning, I usually tell my people, when we are winning, let it not override your emotion of judgment in the market to begin to aggressively open on outrageous lot sizes. It can be to your disadvantage. And when you are also losing, when the market is as though it's not favoring your strategy or your model of entry and execution, let it not get to you. So is still going to turn around. Yeah, so let's go straight to the market. So before I go ahead, please, everyone on this session, I really celebrate and see every one of us. Yeah. So go ahead to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you've not done that. And so let me just say this. Please do apply proper risk management. I'm very hopeful that money will be made, but then apply proper risk management. And just in case you've gotten to the threshold of whether your loss or your profit for the day, and you feel that you don't want to take the trade, well, good and fine. And if you feel that my analysis doesn't sit well with you, I will tell you, don't take. We'll make money and show you. So, but then, whatever the case is, just follow whatever your judgment tells you. So, but I'm very hopeful that money will be made. So, if you guys want me to look at, let me begin from there before I look at the ones on my watch list. I don't really have any pair at the moment to say, let's come here and make money. So let me check. So drop it on the comment section. Eyes on it. I have. mm, so this guy is already running so fast. GPCHF. So let me know any pair, any instruments, whatever. So when I'm done, then I will come back to this question that Michael dropped on the comment section. So just stay on the session. I would respond to it. Okay. So maybe I will just share my screen. Let's look at what the market can give us today. I'll just run through my watch list. If there is any opportunity anywhere, then we'll dive in. Yeah, good morning, Favor from Abuja. Good to have you here. So I'm going to run through my watch list now. If there is any opportunity, then we'll enter. So first, I'm starting. Okay, this is gold, already on gold. So let me just start with gold. So gold bought massively yesterday. So respected this and bought, but let me do a proper analysis on gold. Let's see what we'll be having, what we'll be expecting on gold. You know. So this is okay. Let me move to daily time frame. So for gold, we can see that gold is just very bullish, aggressively bullish. Then on 4 hours time frame, so there's no point that we say that okay, we are looking for short position. So if you even keep going down to 1 hour time frame, so you can see if on every time frame, gold is bullish, and until we find any reason to take a short position, no entry yet, no short position. So we'll just keep marking our stop break to the upside. So we can see from here, we had this massive, this is where this point markets came bought massively, and we had this structural break here. So but I was waiting for the market to come back to this point, then I would enter for a buy. But then that didn't happen. Market broke structure to the upside, so I wasn't on the charts here. I came back to see that it did it, broke structure, came back to the other block that sponsored that break to the upside, and you can see how the market respected it and bought to the upside. So now the question is, what are we looking at having next on gold? So for now, the market has not given us a clear structure break to the upside again yet. So until this happens, then we can begin to look at what to do next on gold. So you can see that this guy gold has already bought, and you can't say to what extent the buy would continue unless we see any tangible reason to enter for a buy. But for now, we can't be talking about buying the market because the buy has already happened and the market has not shown any sign for retracement for a sell. So for gold at the moment, I I'm not having anything to do on gold yet. So nothing to do on gold. So before I would consider looking at doing anything on gold is, let's say, first the market has done this structure break to the downside, then retrace, then will now find entry from there to short the market. That's most likely will be a retracement move, coming back to this point that broke structure, then taking profit here, then the market can begin to buy again from there. So, but for now, in my opinion, and the way I look at the markets, we can't be talking about doing anything on gold. Let me even go down to 5 minutes time frame to see if there is scalping opportunity. So this is also something to look at here. So here, this is also that which we look at, and the market came to this, see, tapped in and already tapped in, and the market has bought already. So this is from here to here, this is 140 pips. So you can't be talking about jumping into the buying now, because you can jump in now, the market tears you apart and still keep buying, and you don't know if this would push to the downside, breaking this, taking this out as break of structure to the downside, then we can see what happens from there. So this is our high, this is our low. So whatever happens to it, then we can capitalize on it to make an informed trading decision. So this is our high. So the market hasn't taken it out yet, and this is the low here. So the market is still within here, within this area. And for me, there's nothing for us to do at the moment on gold. So let's just be patient, let the market bring and make move, then we can take it up from there. Let price act, then we'll respond to it. So that's why they call it price action. So all right, so this is for gold. Let me keep moving. So GBP USD, 4 hours time frame. Okay, so let me move to daily time frame. So anytime you are analyzing your market, and let's say you are starting from 1 hour time frame, you can clearly see what your bias is. Move up in time frame. So if you're on 4 hours, move to daily. No. So if you're on 5 minutes, move to 15 minutes. So this is a daily time frame. So we can see what is happening here. Now, paying attention to the sentiment of the market, I can see here. So with this pressure on the sell side on this, so look at what happened here. So this is daily time frame perspective. So just pay attention to this. So we have this structure break here, and you can see that the market came back to this, it, and this was a pullback. Now the market had this sell pressure to the downside. So what I'm looking at here is the market can make a retracement, then keep selling, something like this, then keep selling to this point. So but then, however, let's move to 4 hours time frame, then we can begin an analysis from there. Now, so we can see how this guy was respected here, was respected. So you see this break of structure here. The market came to this point. So we caught this move here, respected it and all that. So you can see this is a retracement here in respect to this. Now we can see that the market has sold massively. So now looking at this, we have here, we have this structure break here to the downside. So what am I looking out for is the market. So there are two possibilities here. So the market can come back to this point, then we can keep selling, or the market will just wouldn't come back to this point. So whatever happens, if the market comes back to this point, then we'll sell. But then at the moment here, we won't be talking about selling this guy, selling the market here. So we won't be talking about selling. So until the market comes back to somewhere around here, then we'll sell. So let's make progress from there. So let me mark out, this is 15 minutes time frame. Let's see. So we have two areas now that will be conflicting for us to of conflicting and dragging for our attention. One is this point, because this another block, and you have this fair value gap here and all those things. And here, this also the last point, the point that initiated this move. So if we have to enter the market from here, means that our stop loss would be way above here, above this high, or where will be above this high, or if you would want to take the sell position from somewhere here. So anything we are doing, our stop loss just has to be behind this. So let me check the distance. Okay, this is 25 pips. Let me check from here. Okay, so what happens is that the SL may now be a bit higher and all that. So this is what I'll be looking out for on GBP USD. So until this guy comes back into this area, then I would sell again. So but then before the market comes into this area, if one finds a buying opportunity, you can just, if you want to risk it, you can. So but then look at my what I'll be looking out for on, I choose to do 50% OB. Let's see. 30 pips SL for GU and target here. So typical 1:6 arrow here. So let me go to 5 minutes time frame. Still looking at this. So I'm looking at this on this 5 minutes time frame to see what price is doing on this lower time frame perspective. So we have this. So, but you, what I'm seeing here now, the distance from here to here, this about 120. From here to here is already 100 pips. So let's say 120 pips, the market's going up there. So, but what I'm seeing here on a lower time frame, there's still chances for the market to pull down from here, going down. So if you follow closely, I said Yeah, if we find a buying opportunity, we can. But then here, there's still tendency for the market to push to the downside from here. So with this small break here, let me check on 15 minutes time frame to confirm what I'm seeing here. Mm, okay. Mm, so I'm not comfortable with taking this sell. I'm not comfortable taking this sell. So I would have said, okay, this, then begin to sell to the downside. But I'm not comfortable taking the sell. So I choose to leave it. So the market can still sell, but then I'm not comfortable taking the sell based on what I'm seeing. I'm not comfortable taking the sell. So what may happen is the market's most likely going to respect it to push like this, then keep buying to throw you out. So I'm not comfortable taking the sell. So I'm off on this guy. So on the course of the analysis, if you have any comments, just feel free to drop it in the comment section. So let me know the pair that anyone would want me to regularly look at. So I'm just running through my watch list to see if would have a tradable opportunity. So let's look at Euro USD. So GBP USD and USD are very correlated pair, and if you are doing anything on GU, most likely that will also be your sentiment for Euro USD. So, but just that sometimes the alignment of the charts may not really be the same. So, for Euro USD, so this is what I'm looking at here. I waited for the market to come back to this point, but then it didn't really come back to it. And for this on Euro USD, GBP USD for me at the moment sef is even clearer for me. So, but for Euro USD, is still almost the same thing where I'm looking at the market coming back, then for us to sell. So for now on GU and EU, I'm not finding any reason to take any action here. I'm not finding any reason. So you can see that this Euro USD is even pushing to the upside. So that's GU there that I say I'm not comfortable taking the sell. If Euro is going to be selling, most likely that GU, if you enter for a sell, you are going to take a sell. So let's just stay put on these guys and see what happens. So Euro AUD. So 4 hours time frame, this is what we have on Euro A. So if you look at this on a broader time frame perspective, so you can see that here, this is structure break to the upside, breaking also here. This is the structure break to the upside, and everything happening here is internal structure. So what I'm looking at is this guy to keep falling to this point. So this analysis has been done once and again. And the thing is, when the market would get to this point, you can't conclusively say no one knows. So, but then we'll just go to lower time frame to see if there is any way we can capitalize on this move to ride the market to the downside. So we had this structure break to the downside from here, and this is where the market respected here, this point pushing down. Let's see if we have a new structure break here to the downside. This is the last low, you know. So this has not been broken. This has not been broken. So until the market breaks this to the downside, then we'll now start looking at the markets from here so that we can short it. So for me on Euro AUD, since this has not been broken, structure has not been broken, I really do not know what this guy wants to do. So until that is clearly seen, no action for me here. No action for me. So most of the time you just do your analysis and all that. So if you find any opportunity, then you trade. If you don't, you just wait. Let the market give you an opportunity. So one good setup can settle you for a week. So let's say you were able to catch a move yesterday on gold, which categorically may have given you maybe 1:6, 1:7 if you held on to the trade. I mean, if you are risking 1% of your account to catch 7%, 8%, that's fair enough. So we really do not need to be here and there all the time to make money from the market. So one good setup can settle you for a week. So if you look at any pair and is not giving you what you want, you are not seeing your confluence, you're not seeing any technically justifiable reason to take any action by the way you look at the market. Just no pressure, no pressure. Just look out for other pairs. So, but then if you are one of these traders, if you're a kind of trader that have just certain number of pairs to look at, you don't want to go beyond that, and you're not finding any setup on your pairs, or the setup are still cooking, cook with it, wait. So the most of the time the price and the money is in waiting. If you're able to wait for your setup to come, when it comes, you open your trigger, shoot, and make money. Then wait again. So let's keep going. GBP JPY. So this is 4 hours time frame. 4 hours time frame. The market is still bullish, as this is change of character here. The market respected it and retraced this push here. So the market would come back to start buying, and is already buying again. Is already buying again. So this would be taken out. The what I'm seeing here will be taken out. So question is there any points where we can consider buying and all that? So let's see break here. push to the downside. This is retrace. This. So let's see what happened here. So the markets push here, retrace, and push, but then the market failed to take out this low. Then we now have a high. So now what I'm looking at is come back, then we long to this point. So let's see if we would find any level here. 15 minutes time frame. Picking this 15 minutes. Let me see. 35 pips. Let me leave it at that 40 pips. One is to three. One is to 3.4. So I'm looking at having this, the market come back to this pattern, then we can join the buy. So this is what I'm looking at. Eh, so don't worry, I'm fine. So this is what I'm looking at here on GJ. I'm looking at longing GJ from this point. So waiting for the market to just make a retracement, tap, and then we'll proceed into the buy, taking profit to taking profits here. So I'm just calm, analyzing the markets. I'm good. So let me GBP JPY. GBP JPY buy limits at SL at This is 40 pips. If you are calculating your risk, please apply proper risk management, TP. So apply proper risk management. Let me write it in full. So take a screen. You can take a screenshot of this, or if you are entering immediately, this is pending order. Buy limits at this. SL is there. TP SL is 40 pips. So we have this on GJ. So take a screenshot of this. Let's make progress. So we have one signal here, GBP So this guy, I'm hopeful we are going to print on it today. GJ, take a screenshot. Let's make progress. I'm taking it off. I'm taking it off. Okay, so let me look at this GBP. Mm, so this trade for me is a 50-50 thing. This particular one is a 50-50 thing. I'm longing here, but then this is also another where one can decide to go long. So let me just leave this out. Think is in small profit, but then let me check. Yeah, USD card. Yes, so let me do an analysis on USD card. So I lost a trade on USD card. I came back to look at it and I saw the reason why I took the SL. So sometimes when you have a winning position, look at it why or how the market played out, then you are going to observe something and also learn something from that. So if you take an SL, you don't take it also personal. So look at the reason. It's possible that maybe there was something that you should have paid attention to that you did not, or there's something that you should have seen that you missed or you did not see. So for USD card, I was trying to short the market, but I didn't pay attention to this. So if you see here on 4 hours time frame, you can see that this market is still aligning bullish. So let's even look at it from daily time frame. So from here, we can see that this guy is headed towards this place. Is headed towards this place. So everything happening here is tilting towards the upside. And now look at 4 hours time frame. 4 hours time frame. So this is structure break to the upside. This broke structure here took out this structure break to the upside. Let me even mark it out. This is structure break to the upside, and this is another one, another structure break. So each time markets have gives us a new structure break, then we'll just look at the market to come back to it and make movement from there. So you can see that these points, the market came back to it that sponsored this. So as of yesterday, or I think that was Monday or so, I don't know, can't remember again now. I was responding to this market as thought that okay, we have this structure break to the downside. Look at where I was trying to short just because I wanted to trade. So the market just splashed it, gave, you know, we had the SL. So I came back to begin to look at the market again, and I saw that I was actually not on the right side of the market. So look at this. This is the break of structure here, and the market came back to this. So if I had marked this as a zone, I wouldn't have been considering to take that kind of trade I took. That was not a successful one. So I would have even positioned at the early stage, because this was where I even met the market waiting for it to come to this point. So I would have started longing it from here. And I can even see that this guy, this is just respecting this level here. So the market most likely is going to continue buying to the upside, or let's say this now giving us internal structure. We have this is structure break here, and we can begin to look at the market coming back, then would start buying again. But for now on USD card, please don't sell. Just is the market is aligning bullish. So unless you want to do a quick scalp, if you scalp, then if it drops to this point, then you can take your profit. But then what I'm looking at here is USD card would keep buying. So look at it. So when you do your analysis, you can come up to higher time frame, look at the alignment of the market. So you can see that what we have here is this. So this push here, respecting this point, and the market would keep buying. So, but then you don't expect the market to do like straight line. The market will never do that. So we can just be having something like this. The market, making gentle progress and slide to the upside. So this may be what would have. So, but then you already know that the alignment of the market is going to be a bearish, a bullish one. So it's just for you to look at for points of entry. Then you can join the market and just sit back and let the market gush out profit for you. So this is my take on USD card. So for now, I am not giving out any coordinates or signal for USD card. So let's just be patient, let the markets do whatever it wants to do. But what I can see here, based on this pair, is going to sell from here, but I'm not trusting it. I'm not trusting it. So I rather just wait. Let me see what I can, put my money on. Then I can give it out as a signal. So for now on USD card, my thoughts and opinion on USD card is bullish. So, but for now, the market hasn't given us that clarity to say, okay, yeah, but this is where I'll be looking at considering a buy. This is my first point here, and somewhere here is another point. So, but for now, let's just chill. So that's for it. So go back to this GJ. Okay, so let me respond to this question now. So someone was asking, where is that question? Okay. So someone was asking, how do we know if a currency pair is weak or strong? Example, USD card, Euro USD. So so to the best of my knowledge on this, I would answer it. Sorry. Okay, so my take on this is there is a site you can search it out. People use it a lot. I know some persons that rely on that to get the answer to this question when a currency pair is strength is weak or strong. So you can look at they call it I'm trying to remember it, currency strength index. I think let me search it out to see currency. Yes, you can look out for it. Currency strength index. So you are going to from there look at see if this pair is strong, look at if this pair is weak. So you can use that to make a trading decision. So but then you can also see the answers to this. I think when you look at your chart, you are going to see if is strong or weak, looking at your chart. So if is a pair like GBP USD, Euro USD, so we have DSY. So if the DSY is strong, that means that like if the DSY is buying, GBP USD, Euro USD most likely would be tilting sell. So if DSY is selling GBP USD and all that, Euro USD will be tilting buy. So I think that's it. Is OB different from supply and demand because they look almost similar? So no, these are two different things. But in supply and demand level, what you most of the time mark out is order block. So the order block is inside the supply and demand level. So don't get it twisted. The OB is inside the supply and demand level, supply and demand zone. So is the other block that people mark out, but then that level is supply and demand level. So right. So I think I have answered this question. So you can take a screenshot of this. Let's look out for it. Please apply proper risk management. I'm very hopeful that this is going to be a winning position. So this is where we'll be ending the session for today. So I believe that the session has been impactful and all that. So go ahead and do this broadcast a like. Just tap the like button so that YouTube can recommend this to people to watch. So I have had many times people come back to live trading session like this to watch and just learn, and they come to my DM to tell me amazing stuff that they learned and how it has improved their trading. So yeah, please tap a like button on this video. So if you want to join the Telegram community, go ahead. The link is pinned somewhere around this video. Yeah, and all that. So let's see and let's make progress from there. So if you want to also join my private community, you can reach out to me in any channel that you have access to, whether my WhatsApp line, or you can reach out to me on Instagram, and we can take it off from there. So till we meet again, till we interface again, keep trading and keep making money, taking profit to the moon. So bye everyone. Cheers.